Hundreds of would-be Florida visitors say they'd rather not come to our state on vacation this year.
They're angry at some businesses the Contact 5 investigators first told you about last year. Timeshare marketing companies, several of them right here in Palm Beach County, are accused of making false promises. Tonight, Shannon Cake reports now the alleged victims say they're out of patience and their vacation money is gone too.
You've seen the names.
Creative Vacation Solutions.
And heard claims from insiders.
All of it's a lie. You ain't gonna never get your money back.
Now, the Contact 5 investigators have learned timeshare telemarketing companies are causing big trouble for the Sunshine State.
How big a problem is this in the state of Florida?
That is one of our biggest complaint churners right now.
When we first started tracking them, we found several timeshare marketing firms doing business right here in Palm Beach County. In fact, we found an old colleague working for one. Here's Rob Lopicola last fall telling us about Premier Timeshare Solutions.
It's a marketing and advertising company, and we market and advertise timeshares. That's what we do.
But hundreds of people across the country tell us a different story.
These people called out of the blue, had my phone number, said, we understand you have a timeshare for sale.
After a job loss and 4 kids at home, Sandra King was desperate to sell her timeshare. So the cold call from Premier Timeshare Solutions sounded really good.
We have this buyer, guaranteed to sell within 30 to 45 days. You'll have your closing, and within 60 days, the entire process will be finished.
All Sandra had to do was send Premier $1,200 in administrative fees. Trouble is, she said, there was no buyer and no closing.
Your mailbox is full.
I'm calling from California,
Oregon, Pennsylvania,
Franklin, Virginia,
Massachusetts.
You are truly making other people outside of the state of Florida feel like they don't want to even come there for vacation anymore, because they've allowed these people to stay in business.
And hundreds of people claiming they were victims emailed and called, telling us the exact same thing.
The company itself is doing $1 million every week and a half.
$1 million a week?
$1 million. They do $100,000 a day, anywhere from 40 to 50,000 on the day shift, and they did 60,000 on the night shift.
That interview was 4 months ago. He was an insider, claims he used to work at Premier Timeshare Solutions. That company, along with a similar local business, Creative Vacation Solutions, together take up more phone calls, more emails than any other topic here in Channel 5's Consumer Complaint Division.
People are upset, and unfortunately, it's all pointing to the state of Florida.
Andrea Fortune lives in Georgia. She says she's out $5,000 in what she is now dubbed Florida's timeshare bait and switch.
I love South Beach, Miami. I love Florida. I can't go on vacation. People don't want to come to Florida to vacation because they don't have the money to go on vacation anymore.
The Contact 5 investigators have learned complaints on companies like Premier Timeshare Solutions generate more complaints through the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services than any other business in Florida.
When does your agency or some policing arm or some policing agency in the state of Florida go in and shut this company down?
We can't just say, well, we have a lot of complaints on you, let's shut you down. We can't do that. We have to follow a specific protocol. Trust me, sometimes some of these businesses are bad enough that you would think that we would be able to, but we just don't have that legislative power.
Now, another major development in this investigation, the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services has found a link between the 2 companies that we've been following all along, Premier Timeshare Solutions and Creative Vacation Solutions. According to the Department of Ag, the people who run these companies actually have all been working together all along for years. They say that's how this thing kind of spreads, is that people work together for a while in these companies and then they spin off and set up their own businesses and do the same thing.
All right, so they can't come in and just shut them down, which we just heard Sasha saying. What is being done to crack down further, though? Something's got to be able to, be done.
Right. Premier has sent a letter to the state saying, hey, we're shutting our doors. The state really believes they're operating under a new name now. Meanwhile, the Attorney General has filed suit against Creative Vacation Solutions. That's pending. We'll wait to see how that pans out. They're considering taking action against Premier. Meanwhile, North Dakota's Attorney General has gotten very aggressive. North Dakota has basically called and told Premier, don't call our residents ever again. Cease and desist. Don't even do business in our state. So they're being very aggressive. It's interesting to see how the other states are responding to us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the
kind
story.
of wake up, Florida. What are you doing down there? Right?
The story doesn't have an end yet.
No, not yet.
All right,
What are
Shannon
you watching?
Cake.